The observance of these public holidays is provided for under the Public Holidays Act, Chapter 272 of the laws of Zambia. While these holidays are of great national, cultural, and historical significance, concerns have been raised by various stakeholders regarding their overall impact on the economy. Madam Speaker, it is an established fact that some stakeholders, particularly within the business community, have expressed concern that the high number of public holidays may be imposing a cost on the nation's economy. It is argued that frequent observance reduces the number of productive working hours available within the year and in certain instances leads to increased operational costs due to the need for overtime compensation. Further, public holidays often result in the temporary closure of businesses, which in turn slows down economic activity by reducing the velocity of money in the economy. This situation can also contribute to higher costs of production as businesses are compelled to adjust their operations to accommodate these interruptions. Madam Speaker, to address this concern, the government has resolved to undertake a review of all public holidays in the Republic of Zambia that are observed on a Monday when the original holiday falls on a Sunday. It is important to clarify that the government is not proposing to abolish any of the existing public holidays. Rather, the intention is to eliminate the practice of granting substitute holidays on Mondays. Out of the 15 public holidays currently recognized in Zambia, only 9 are affected by this proposed bill. This measure aims to ensure a more balanced and efficient observance of our national calendar while preserving the significance of all established holidays. Madam Speaker, it is expected that the amendment of the Public Holidays Act, Cap 272 of the laws of Zambia, will pave way for the removal of the observance of a Monday as a public holiday on the day following a public holiday falling on a Sunday. This will increase the number of productive hours and reduce the cost of production by reducing the costs incurred through payment of overtime. Madam Speaker, in light of these concerns, this bill seeks to strike a balance between preserving the importance of our national commemorations and promoting economic productivity. I would like, therefore, to urge all members to support the Public Holidays Amendment Bill 2026 of 2026. Madam Speaker, I submit.
Thank you very much. I have one announcement before we proceed. Honorable members, I wish to inform the House that the following arrangements have been made for lunch. 1, lunch will be from 12:30 hours to 14:30 hours. The House will resume sitting at 14:30 hours. Honorable members will have their lunch in the restaurant here at Parliament buildings. For members of staff and ministry officials will have their lunch at the members' motel. Transport to and from the members' motel for staff and ministry officials will be available at the entrance to the library building, and lunch for honorable members, ministry staff, and officials will be provided courtesy of yours truly. I urge all honorable members to be punctual and request the party whips to ensure that the quorum is formed at 14:30 hours so that we can quickly go into our business so we can adjourn quickly. I thank you. Bon appetit. As the time is 12:30 hours, I suspend business for lunch until 14:30 hours.
television business has been suspended for lunch until 14:30, and at the time business was suspended, the Minister of Home Affairs has just presented, or should I say debated, the public holiday amendment bills and gave the objects of the bill at second reading stage, and we expect the House to continue debating the public holidays amendment bill, and we expect the committee of the chairperson for the committee to give the report.
Yes, indeed, and just before that, we, of course, Parliamentary was on, but the motion that was on the floor of the House was held in camera, and this motion was moved by Shiwanganu Member of Parliament, Mr. Stephen Kampyongo, and he was moving a motion on the report of the Standing Orders Committee that the House adopts the report of the Standing Orders Committee on the review of the National Assembly of Zambia Standing Orders 2024. And before that, there was a ministerial statement by the Minister of Water Development and Sanitation on the achievements of the Ministry of Water Development and Sanitation.
And the Minister did also brief the House on the project and successes that the Ministry of Water Development and Sanitation has scored during the period 2021 to 2026. And the Minister did also brief the House that government has made quite a number of reforms in the water sector to address water challenges. And some of the successes, the Minister did highlight the policy guideline that the Ministry has put in place, and also the Water Sanitation Bill 2026, which passed the third reading stage, and also talked about some of the tangible framework that his ministry has put in place to make sure that water is accessible in all the 156 constituencies.
He also added in his statement, Paulson, he did talk about the drought response, how his ministry does indeed come in. Also, it did touch about on the 300 solar pipe scheme initiative project that the ministry is rolling out. He did indicate that this is being rolled out in 5 provinces, which include Lusaka, Central, Eastern, Southern, and Western. But further on in his announcement, in his ministerial statement, he talked about the many challenges, citing vandalism as one of them, saying that this is a hindrance to the development because when infrastructure is put in place, it is vandalized, and also talked about low water tariffs as some of the challenges. So in brief, Paulson, that was the ministerial statement that the Minister of Water Development delivered on the floor of the House.
Yeah, basically that's the ministerial statement. We did see quite a number of members of parliament posing follow-up questions, seeking clarity from the minister. We know that water is life and it affects everyone in the country. And let's quickly look at what is expected to be considered on the floor of the House just when the House resumed at 14:30 hours. We know that 2 colleagues, that's Taz and Claudette Jonga, will be here to let you in, but we expect the Competition Consumer Protection Bill, National Assembly Bill number 40 of 2026, and the Benefits of Former Chief Justice Bill, National Assembly Bill number 67 of 2026, and the Public Service Pension Bill, National Assembly Bill number 69. These are coming up at committee stage.
Not forgetting the Public Gathering Bill, National Assembly Bill number 71 of 2026, the Petroleum Development and Management Bill, National Assembly Bill number 72 of 2026, the Technical Education, Vocational and Entrepreneurship Training Bill, National Assembly Bill number 73 of 2026, not including, of course, the Penal Code Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 74 of 2026.
Other bills that are expected to be considered on the floor of the House in the afternoon: the Local Government Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 75 of 2026, the National Assembly Speaker's Retirement Benefits Bill, National Assembly Bill number 77 of 2026, the National Health Insurance Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 15 of 2026, the Anti-Gender-Based Violence Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 18, and Motor also expect the Health Professions Amendment Bill 2023 of National Assembly number 2023 23 of 2026, and the Nurses and Midwives Amendment Bill National Assembly Bill of number 25 of 2026. These are expected to be considered at report stage.
Of course, many more still coming up for consideration at report stage. We have the Mental Health Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 26, the Agricultural Lands Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 31, the National Housing Authority Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 33 of 2026, the Food and Nutrition Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 38 of 2026, also coming up for consideration at report stage.
So a total number of 37 bills are expected to be considered today. Muta, we also need to take our lunch break, and we know that our colleagues Taza and Claudette will be here in the afternoon.
Yes, indeed. They'll be here, of course, giving you the continuity and guiding you through the deliberations that will be broadcast live on the TV station that is dedicated to bringing Parliament closer to you. So for me, Talifalila, and of course my colleague Posent and Dovi, not forgetting our sign language interpreter, we say thank you very much for choosing Parliament TV, the station dedicated to bringing Parliament closer to you. We wish you a lovely lunch and hope that you'll be with us at 14:30 for the continued live parliamentary proceedings.
My eParliament mobile application. First, download the app on either Play Store or App Store and install. After installation, open the app. Step 1. Register your personal information, that's your names, gender, NRC, and date of birth. Step 2. Add your contact information, your email, phone number, and home address. Step 3. Select your constituency. Step 4. Create your 4-digit PIN. At this point, the system will send an SMS to your mobile number with a one-time passcode. Step 5. Confirm with one-time passcode that was sent to your mobile. Step 6. Sign in using your phone number and the 4-digit PIN. And step 7. Create your submission and submit. My eParliament, bringing Parliament closer to you. On your constituency, we profile one of the most prominent constituencies in the country.
The constituency is facing a lot of challenges, but the major ones are, number 1, poor road network, communication network, no financial institutions, no colleges, no electricity, and inadequate infrastructure in both education and health.
bayuthi nabonayika mulandu n'obwalwa nabanamayo bonse nabaponenamu nsunko obwalwa kyena nakibonawula
ekyo ndeko nkomesha ndeko obuyantandikiro bwange obutinjeko buno mukushize fambulo ande mukushi notulalimako efintu sana solo misebo poor road networks not challenge tukweteko tweshingwana naena.
In Mukushi, we watch Parliament TV.
Watch Parliament TV, the TV that brings Parliament closer to our community.
Keep watching Parliament Television.
I honor the Vice President's question time.
Questions for oral answer under Standing Order number 76.
A matter to be admitted, it has to be of recent occurrence.
Continue watching Parliament TV, the channel dedicated to bring Parliament closer to you.
School's out, fun's in, adventures on, homework done, and holiday mode is activated.
Let's hop to it.
This is your time. Holiday mode activated. Get and stay connected to DSTV and choose from a world of amazing kids entertainment.
Whether you run a hotel, lodge, or guest house, keep your guests entertained and coming back for more with DSTV for Business. Our DSTV stay package options match your needs and budget. Make your visitor stay unforgettable with the best channels for sport, blockbuster movies and series, kids inspiration, lifestyle, documentaries, news, and more. Contact us today and let your guests experience your business at its best with DSTV for Business. Transform your office, retail, or branch space with DSTV for Business. Add top entertainment at great value with one of our DSTV work packages, the Ultra or Essential, and create a welcoming and informative setting with cutting-edge news, business, sports, lifestyle, music channels, and much more. Contact us today and let our experts guide you in selecting the perfect package. When it comes to entertainment, DSTV for Business is your ultimate partner.
There is no margin for error. So much here is familiar.
Over 1,900 games brought us here.
It's not a sporting heat quite like this.
But history doesn't care about the journey.
The Premier League is the best league in the world.
La Liga is far and beyond the biggest winner.
It only remembers how it ends.
Keep on it. There's no other word. Keep on it.
8 titles. 1 month of mayhem to decide them all.
Outstanding from Patrick Dorgan!
Stay connected and watch OTV to catch the football season finale this May. It's on.
Hello and welcome to Health Fit Program, a program that looks at our health and well-being. I am your host, Tazapiri. Today we will be discussing sickle cell, a blood disorder that affects many people around the world. Today's episode is brought in partnership with the Zambia Medical Association, and to help us discuss the sickle cell disease further, I have with me Dr. Wachikuku Woa. Dr. Wachikuku, how are you, and welcome to the program.
I'm fine, thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you very much. To our viewers, please stay tuned as we get to know what causes the sickle cell, the symptoms, and how it can be treated. So let's get started. What is sickle cell?
So sickle cell is a blood disorder, like you said, and this blood disorder affects the red blood cells. So instead of them having the normal shape, which is a disc-like shape, they are shaped like a sickle or like a C shape. And these cells are very hard and sticky and sometimes lodge in the vessels of the body. And yeah, basically that's sickle cell.
Okay, and how does it affect the body?
So how it affects the body, because of the shape of the cells, they get stuck in the blood vessels. And sometimes on their way to different parts of the body, the brain, the lungs, the kidneys, the liver, they cause certain problems. For example, when the cells dislodge in the blood vessels, they cause a lot of pain to the patient. If they go to the brain and cause dislodging there, they can cause the patient to have a stroke. Some of them have vision loss and even problems with the lungs, like acute chest syndrome. Yes.
Okay, I know you talked about earlier how it affects the blood cells, but how easily is sickle cell diagnosed?
Yes, so sickle cell is, it's easy to diagnose in the sense that we do diagnose children less than 3 months with a screening called the newborn blood spot screening, and that's able to detect whether this child has sickle cell or not. But there's another test which is called HB electrophoresis, which actually tells you the percentage of the cells that are sickled. So if the percentage is high, then we definitely say this patient has sickle cell disease. Yeah.
And what are the most common symptoms or complications associated with the sickle cell disease?
Okay, thank you for that question. So patients usually have jaundice, which is yellowing of the eyes. They have anemia, meaning their HB is not the normal level as us, but it will be usually low. They usually have pain in different parts of the body, the legs, the hands, the joints. They also present with swelling in the legs, the hands, the joints as well. And some, even when it complicates, they do have strokes. Some have vision loss, like I said, they stop being able to see. Some have problems with their liver, problems with the spleen, and even acute chest syndrome where their lungs just begin to fail. They need oxygen therapy. And yes, basically those are some of the complications.
And looking at those complications, so does it mean sickle cell can also be detected in adults?
Yes. So it can be detected in adults using the same HB electrophoresis, although we do have people that we have a high index of suspicion. For example, if there's a sibling in the house who has sickle cell, the other siblings must be screened despite the age. So then if they are older, it's okay, they can still be screened, for the same sickle cell.
Okay, and to our viewers and listeners out there, just in case you've just tuned in, this is our Health Beat program, and today we are discussing sickle cell with Dr. Abowa. We get moving forward. What are the current standard treatments for managing sickle cell?
Okay, thank you so much for that question. So for sickle cell patients, we usually have a standard guideline. These patients, when they come to the hospital, they're usually in pain. So we need to give them pain relief. We give them analgesia, and we also hydrate them. Because sometimes what happens with especially children, they don't like to drink water. And that's also one of the things that causes them to go into the same painful crisis. So we give them some IV fluids, we manage the pain, we treat any infection with antibiotics. And if their blood is low, the level of the blood is very low to a point where they need a blood transfusion, we give them a blood transfusion as well.
Okay, and aside the medications, I know sickle cell comes with a lot of pain. Any emergent therapies that can be used to just manage the sickle cell disease?
Yeah. So there are some like the new therapies that are coming up, though here we haven't yet started to do that. But there's some bone marrow transplant, because the bone marrow is one of the things that helps with the making of the red blood cells. So bone marrow transplant and also genetic therapy. But here it has not yet come to our side, as in the African or Zambian side, but it's something that is on the research more part.
Okay. And Dr. Roy, just in case a patient is in a crisis, what's the best way of managing that crisis when a patient is really in pain? What's the best way of managing that crisis?
Okay, thank you for that question again. So usually when patients are in crisis, because the caregivers, they tend to be even experienced with the patient, they tend to know this one we can manage from home, this one we have to go to the hospital. And when they come to the hospital, we do a pain scale. We ask them from a score of 1 to 10, how bad is the pain? And from that, we're able to tell what painkillers to give them, because there are levels. If the pain is mild, we give them paracetamol. If the pain is moderate, we give them more ibuprofen or diclofenac, so it increases. But usually when they come to the hospital, it's severe pain. So it's usually morphine, something a bit stronger, opioid. Yeah, a stronger painkiller is what we give to relieve the pain.
Okay, and does nutrition play any role in managing sickle cell disease, and also the lifestyle of somebody with sickle cell? Do these two things play any role?
Yes, they do. In the same way, like every person, sickle cell patient needs a balanced diet. They need protein, they need vegetables and minerals, carbohydrates. they also need to drink a lot of water. Yeah, we always emphasize. And for those who are good at taking the water, the jaundice actually clears, the yellowing of their eyes clears. And when they come with really yellow eyes, we can tell the patient wasn't taking a lot of water. So drinking a lot of water, taking a balanced diet is good. And for lifestyle modifications, things like keeping warm also help. Yeah. Most of the time during the cold season, people usually come in crisis, and the first thing we ask, are you keeping warm? And the mom will look at the child and say, yeah, tell him about that or tell her about that, because they don't like to wear a jersey. So they need to keep warm. And when it comes to lifestyle, also the parents need to, or the person needs to know that this is a long-term thing. It's not something that will go away. And so they need to be able to live with it. So it's part of them. At a certain time, they may be okay. Sometimes they may be in hospital, but these are patients that need a lot of support from their family, from their friends, from their schoolmates. Yes, I think.
I know you've mentioned that they need a lot of support, and there's this notion out there which really comes out to say, well, somebody with sickle cell will not live long, somebody with sickle cell, there's all those complications. How does now one with sickle cell live with a positive mind to say, I'll definitely make it through?
Yeah, so like I said, it's not easy. It's not an easy thing, but we have seen patients who have been sicklers from a young age, and they do transition into their teen years. And I feel the parents and the people around them play a really huge role. And also the health practitioners. Sometimes they come to the hospital, we know them, we greet them, we encourage them, it's going to be okay. We're going through this with them. And I think that helps. Yeah, just to have a positive mindset and to have a winner's mentality, that even if I do have this disease, I can still do other things that regular people do. Some of them, some sicklers, they're really smart, really good at school. Some are really determined to fight for what they want to do. And we encourage them with that. All we can do is encourage them and pray for them that things go well with them. Yeah.
Okay. And finally, what advice would you give to individuals that have the sickle cell trait or a family history of sickle cell, just for them to live a healthier life?
Okay. So for that, I would advise that it is good if they can go for screening. They can do a sickling test. People are planning to get married. Before they marry, they can screen for this, just to be aware, to know if the partner has a carrier, is a carrier or has a trait, or they don't have. And even the children, if there is one child that has sickle cell, it's not all of them that will have it, but they still can be screened to know whether they have a trait or not. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Dr. Woa, for the insightful and very detailed information that you've shared on the sickle cell. And to our viewers, I'm sure you've learned one or two things from the information that Dr. Woa has shared with us. Remember to keep a healthy lifestyle. From me, Tazapiri, keep safe.
Magoye constituency is situated in Mazabuka district of Southern Province. Mazabuka district consists of two constituencies, namely Mazabuka Central and Magoye. Magoye constituency further shares boundaries with Mazabuka Central, Chikankata, Momba and Wengwa constituency respectively. The constituency is located about 160 kilometers from the capital city, Lusaka. Magoye Parliamentary constituency consists of 11 wards, which are in rural areas and are all receiving equal share in terms of development. This has been achieved through the implementation of the Constituency Development Fund, CDF. Magoye constituency is further divided into two chiefdoms, namely Chief Hanjalika on the eastern part and Chief Mwana Chingwala on the western part of Magoye. Magoye constituency has witnessed a spike in infrastructure development across the 11 wards owing to the increased Constituency Development Fund CDF, indicating 18 projects from the 2022 CDF funding, 12 from 2023 funding, and 11 from 2024 CDF funding. In Bayamusuma ward is a 1x3 classroom block at Mbaya Secondary School funded under the 2023 CDF allocation, which costed 935,338 kwacha. Speaking during the review work of ongoing Constituency Development Fund CDF projects in Magoye constituency, Magoye Member of Parliament Mr. Malambo Mwemba talked about the challenges Mbaya Secondary School has had before the construction of the 1x3 classroom block funded under the 2023 CDF allocation.
This is a day secondary school, and looking at the classroom space that we had some time back, we had to realize to say that we have to put up another infrastructure, and hence we had to build this facility to ensure that our children are able to be accommodated and learn from this beautiful facility. This facility is being constructed under CDF for 2023. However, if you can see the whole school, it is housing the primary school and the secondary school. Now, the challenge they have had before is classroom space and also lack of electricity in the buildings. But however, the CDF, the coming of CDF, is doing everything possible to ensure that they mitigate on this challenge that they have. And I want to thank His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zambia, President Hakainde Hichilema, for the facilitation of the CDF, which we are utilizing to help the community develop. And I want to also extend an appreciation to the community who came to this project to ensure that we do this project. Otherwise, the community, on behalf of the community that I represent as their Member of Parliament, I want to really appreciate the indulgence of the government through the CDF and the CDF committee.
Mr. Onad Jatila, the ward councillor from Bayamusuma, said CDF has positively changed the face of Magoye in his ward.
We really appreciate the work that has been done under CDF. We really appreciate the President, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, for bringing up such initiatives, projects which has been done, increasing CDF fund for such projects to take place. Under this project, we have also done a mechanized borehole just behind. We have water now running through at this school. So most of the challenges which we had at this school, in fact, even last year we received about 67 desks for the school. We are still waiting for more desks again for the same 1x3 classroom blocks, which are already completed. Any day from now, they will be delivered. Come next term, I'm sure pupils at this school will be running at a very good environment. Everything has done. Even power, electricity has been connected to this same block. So everything will be okay. Everything is okay. We really appreciate what the President has done. For all the CDF funded project in my ward, we have done a lot. There are still more projects to be done. We really appreciate a lot. The community at large is appreciating for what we have done, what the President has done, what the MOP and the CDF committee are doing to bring such development in Mbaya ward.
Mbaya Secondary School head teacher Mr. Arthur Mandevu described CDF as a game changer.
Thank the President for increasing the CDF, which actually is a game changer. It is benefiting the community. May I also thank the area Member of Parliament for Magoye constituency, Mr. Mwemba Marambo for actually considering us for the classroom. The counselor, who is also very much accessible and handy to help in the community.
Pupils at Mbaya Secondary School thanked the Member of Parliament for the newly constructed structure.
We are so glad for the work that the government did for us to build us the school block, starting from grade 10 up to grade 12. We had a challenge because of the shortage of classrooms. We really appreciate for the work that they did with their representatives bodies like the CDFs and the members of parliament, the councillors. We all really appreciate.
I would like to thank the government for the building block which has been built at our school.
The other project inspected was the 1x2 classroom block at Chitongo Primary School in Winjile Ward. This project, funded under the 2023 CDF, was awarded a contract sum of 705,047 kwacha. Magoye lawmaker Mr. Malambo Mwemba said that the construction of a 1x2 classroom block at Chitongo Primary School is expected to alleviate space at the school in order to accommodate pupils.
This project that you see here was done under 2023 CDF budget. And this project is well designed, as you can see. It has brought a lot of significance in this community in that it adds beauty to this school. Apart from that, this same building is going to change the lives of the people. As you are aware that classroom space has been a problem here at Chitongo High School. So this project was done under CDF for 2023. And this project, as you can see, if you were to really evaluate, you will see as if it was more expensive than it looks, because the contractor is a good gentleman who could be able to do amazing works. However, I want to indicate to the community of Chitongo to take care of this facility, as you are aware that there are a lot of vandals around and people who can be able to destroy this facility. But to the New Dawn government, I want to request that as they increase the CDF, let them be assured that the CDF is going to be utilized prudently to ensure that it changes the lives of the people as indicated earlier.
Chitongo Primary School head teacher Ms. Esther Simbozole said that the construction of the 1x2 classroom block at Chitongo Primary has elated management at the school.
I am glad that we have received the 1x2 classroom block from the government of the day. We really thank our hard-working MP, Honorable Mwemba Malambo, for Magoye constituency. We also thank the entire government for recognizing us and giving us a 1x2 classroom block, which has really come to help the community and the learners at large. Previously, before the receipt of this 1x2 classroom block, the children were learning in congested classrooms. But now, this 1x2 classroom block has come to decongest the classrooms that were overcrowded. And with that, the children are really very happy because they learn in a spacious environment.
Chitongo Primary School pupils expressed happiness at the development, adding that the move will motivate them to acquire more knowledge and become better citizens.
Lumbaba MP aba government bayala chikolo eji twali kusinzinkana kanji.
I want to thank the government and the Member of Parliament for the construction of the classes they have built for us. We used to squeeze each other in classes with no proper alternatives. But now, because of these classrooms, we are going to reduce the number of learners in each class. We are now going to concentrate on our lessons according to the way these classes have been constructed.
Trumbaba government,
we want to thank the MP for this classroom block, which was constructed using CDF. Before it,
we had a challenge of classroom space.
Chivuna Police Post is also a CDF project funded under the 2023 CDF allocation in Chivuna Ward. The Member of Parliament, Mr. Mwemba, said that the police post is the first of its kind in Magoe constituency, specifically in Chivuna Ward.
Magoe has never had a police post before. We are constructing another one in Magoe, which is somewhere in Ngwezi Ward. This is all facilitated under CDF for 2023. And would like to thank the President, His Excellency President Hakainde Hichilema, for the provision of the CDF fund, which has brought such magnificent development in our constituents. As you can see the other equipment. All this was bought under CDF. This equipment is going to work on Chivuna Kasaka Road. I think they are beginning to work on the same road using CDF for 2024.
Magoe CDF chairperson Mr. Mobita Semba talked about the significance of the police post.
The impact of this police post is very big because it's deterring theft in the area. And therefore, even going forward, it will motivate people to continue investing in livestock because they know that when they invest, their animals are protected. So in terms of economic development, it has a big impact. So therefore, we are grateful to the government that has made this possible through CDF funding.
Speaking on behalf of Chivuna community members, Mr. Macros Muide explains how the situation was before the construction of the police post and the status quo now that a police post has been constructed.
Police post yagaliwo wale kujihona mission kuyagabete.
Chivuna Police Post has always existed at Chivuna Mission, where it was located. However, there was no structure, so suspects would be detained outside in the open, only to be tied to a steel bar. Sometimes the suspects would break the steel bar and escape. There are a lot of suspects who escaped because the place was not secure. But from the time that UPND came into power, we are taught to write and ask for CDF funding to build the police post, which was built within a very short period of time.
At Konkola Secondary School is a boys' hostel funded under the 2023 CDF, which was built at a cost of 549,325 kwacha. Mr. Malambo Mwemba, Magoe Member of Parliament, said Konkola High School has a high population of boys and girls who come from all parts of the country.
Where we are now is in Konkola High School. Konkola High School is one of the secondary schools that we have in Chief Yanjaligas area, which is Magoe East, and it is the furthest point that we have in terms of the secondary schools that we have in the chiefdom. However, this facility that is yet to be opened was done under 2023 CDF budget, and it is going to accommodate a good number of boys because this is a boys' hostel. And also appreciate the CDF committee which approved this project to ensure that we give these dormitories which the people really needed.
Konkola Secondary School head teacher Mr. Hanko Motrofens said that the construction of the boys' dormitory will help to mitigate accommodation challenges at the school.
Before this new dormitory was built, we had a challenge for accommodation in the school. And it's really a prayer being answered that the hostel was put up, and it will answer part of our problems in sorting out issues of accommodation in the school. Our prayer is that even if this one is launched, we pray that more is yet to come. We still have a lot of challenges in terms of accommodation, teachers' houses. We need a lot of houses for our teachers.
Pupils at Konkola Secondary School appreciate government for the development that has been taken to the school.
I want to thank the President, the Vice President, the Member of Parliament and the CDF Committee for the construction of the dormitory at our school where we as learners can sleep. As learners, we want to thank and encourage the government to continue building dormitories in schools.
We want to appreciate starting from the President of Zambia and the Vice President, the CDF, the Member of Parliament, even the Councillor for what they have done for us by building this dormitory for us. We are kindly asking that let this program of building these infrastructures continue even in other schools, not only Zambia, in order to improve the state of Zambia. We want to say thank you for what you have done.
Chibuyu Health Facility in Konkola Ward is also a CDF project funded under the 2021 CDF allocation. The Magoye lawmaker talks about how the community is benefiting from the provision of CDF.
We want to thank His Excellency the President for the provision of the CDF, which he managed to push the 1.6 million, and out of that 1.6 million we were able to construct this beautiful building where the community are benefiting. However, we still appeal to the government to help us at least have enough manpower. We only have 2 people who are manning this facility, and we feel that we need a good number of people to ensure that they cater for this area.
Magoye CDF chairperson Mr. Mobita Semba described CDF as a game changer.
The health post behind me is really helping the people. As you can see, this is a typical rural area. The major hospitals are far from here. So when this project was initiated, it's meant to cater for the rural population so that they do not take long distances to reach healthy facilities. Specifically, it caters even for women in terms of delivery. As you know, the government really does not want mothers to die at the point of delivery. So this health post is really helping the rural population. And the rural population are very happy because of the government initiative. It's true when people say CDF is a game changer. It's really a game changer, especially in rural areas.
The area councillor for Konkola Ward, Mr. Eugene Chinkuli, said before the newly constructed health facility, people of Konkola were covering long kilometers to access health services.
Pakulumba sangu na kuhulumende iligo irera muli ba president bahagaende chilema.
Firstly, I would like to thank the government led by President Hakainde Hichilema. Here in our ward, there was not much happening. We are lagging behind in terms of development. However, now people are happy with the projects the UPND government is implementing in the ward. A lot of projects have been implemented. Here where I'm standing, behind me is the newly built Chibuyu clinic, which was built using CDF. The people are happy with the UPND government because in the past, there was no health facility nearby. People used to cover long distances to access health care services at Hanzala Rural Health Center in Konkola.
Rural Health Center na kunka kujibatela jiri ku Konkola.
Another CDF project that was inspected is a 1x2 classroom block at Naleza Primary School in Kalama Ward, funded under the 2023 CDF at a contract sum of 756,026 kwacha by Luasa contractor and hardware suppliers. Naleza Primary School has more than 1,000 pupils. The construction of the 1x2 classroom block is going to reduce overcrowding of pupils in classrooms. Mwanachingwala Ward has also benefited from CDF. A staff house funded under the 2022 CDF was constructed at a cost of 521,966 kwacha at Mukuyu Clinic. Itebe is also a ward in Magoye constituency, and at Shembwe Rural Health Post is a staff house which was built at a cost of 520,665 kwacha using the 2022 CDF. The Magoye lawmaker, Mr. Mwemba, thanked the government for the provision of CDF.
This clinic was newly built and unfortunately didn't have enough staff houses. And through the Constituency Development Fund for 2022, we managed to put up this facility that is here. This facility is mitigating on the accommodation, which has been a huge challenge in this area. I want to emphasize to say that this health center is catering for Mamba, Jimwaigira, Hundula, and other areas in the fishing camps. So it is catering a huge number of people. It's a facility that is well intended, and with the provision of this house, it is going to attract a good number of health workers. So we really want to thank the government for helping us in terms of the CDF that they increased to ensure that we are able to construct this. We once more want to thank the President for the provision of the CDF.
The Ward Councillor for Itebe Ward, Mr. Fanwe Olwindi, thanked the Member of Parliament for the development in the area.
As a community, we are really very happy, and we urge the government to continue putting modern structures in rural areas, because by so doing, even rural areas will not be left behind in terms of development.
Still in Itebe Ward are two projects funded under the 2023 Constituency Development Fund CDF. A vet staff house, which was built at a cost of 492,927 kwacha, and a 1x3 classroom block at Lungwe Community School built at a cost of 949,982 kwacha. Munenga Ward has not been left behind in the implementation of CDF. Before the construction of this classroom block at Lukuwa Community School, pupils used to learn from a church and had the challenge of accessing school due to the stream that passes between Munenga School and Lukuwa. This is now history, as the 1x3 classroom block was built at Lukuwa Community School at a cost of 979,821 kwacha. In Ngwezi Ward is a project for the procurement of desks, and the main contractor, Akajo Enterprise Limited, was awarded the contract sum of 688,200 kwacha. Speaking when he inspected the project of desks in Ngwezi Ward, Magoe Member of Parliament, Mr. Malambo Mwimba, said CDF is equipping schools with desks and transforming the livelihoods of local companies that are involved in the production of desks.
These desks were awarded for 2023 to this community, and they are working on these desks to ensure that our children no longer sit on the floor as per the directive from the President. I want to indicate as well to say that these desks that we are making here, they are about 600 in total, at the value of 688,200. And we are not only making for these for 2023, we are also making the desks for 2024. These desks for 2024 are under procurement at the moment. But these are not the only ones that we have so far made. We have as well made the desks for 2022, which are about 1,597. These were made already and distributed to the various schools in our constituents. I want to appreciate the government for the job creation that they are doing in the community. As you can see, these people that you are seeing making on these desks are the ones that were trained under skills training through the Constituency Development Fund that was provided in 2022. And out of the skill they got, they are able now to start making the desks through the empowerment that they were given. This community which is making these desks, they were given a loan